Ashoka, the beloved of gods. This is an article written by Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru is praising the achievements of the great emperor Ashoka. Ashoka had ruled the whole parts of India except South India 2000 years ago. This video will be helping you to have a number of questions with answers about Ashoka and his life, achievements, and what are the contributions given by Ashoka to India and its people. Who was Ashoka's great grandfather? Chandragupta Maurya. In which year did Ashoka succeed Bindusara? 268 BC. Which year did Ashoka inherit the Mauryan Empire? What was Ashoka's reaction to the war of Kalinga? He was deeply affected by the war and disgusted with the war. So Ashoka was no longer fighting with any other parts anymore. What was one of the major changes Ashoka made in his empire regarding animal treatment? He forbade animal sacrifice and established animal hospitals. He wanted to show love upon the animals, and for the animals, he established some hospitals for the treatment of them. What are the names of the four great university towns mentioned in the text? Takshashila, Mathura, Ujjain, and Nalanda. How did Ashoka handle the treatment of wrongdoers? He bore wrongs with patience and kindness. So here, how did Ashoka treat the wrongdoers when he was ruling the country? He treated the wrongdoers with the patience and kindness. He did not want to punish them completely. He just showed patience and kindness to them. What was Ashoka's title as mentioned in these edicts? Devanam Priya, which means beloved of the gods. So Ashoka had a title which is Devana Priya, which means he was mostly loved by gods. When did Ashoka believe was the only true conquest? So, which means what did Ashoka believe that was only the conquest? So, what is conquest according to Ashoka? The conquest of self and the hearts through dharma. Dharma means doing service to the people. So by doing service to the poor people, one can attain dharma, conquest. Conquest means placing the hearts of the poor people. So if you want to get the good name from the people, you have to serve to them. That is called dharma. What was one major impact of Ashoka's rule on Indian cuisine? Vegetarianism became more popular. So during Ashoka's ruling, he wanted people to avoid eating meat, so all the people followed eating vegetation only. What kind of institutions did Ashoka build to promote public welfare? Public gardens, hospitals, wells, and roads. These are the benefits introduced to the society, to the people. What kind of reports did Ashoka expect from his officials? Reports on public business at all times and all places, which means Ashoka wanted to serve to the people at any time, at any places, anywhere. How long did Ashoka rule? How long did Ashoka rule? 38 years. For 38 years he ruled India. What did Fahia note about the ruins of Ashoka's palace? So it was after the ruin of Ashoka's palace. There was an ambassador from China visited India. He was named Fahian. He noted that the palace appeared to be remarkable and did not seem like human work. So what Fahian reported about Ashoka's ruling, that looking at the palace of Ashoka, he said that the palace and the entire country was built, including buildings, roads, wills, hospitals. Everything was built not just by human, it might be built by God himself. So he seems to be praising the achievements of Ashoka. Where can the Ashoka pillar with the lions be found? So where can you see that Ashoka's pillar with the lions? In Sarnath near Banaras. Which area did Ashoka's empire include? North and central India, extending up to Central Asia. What was the effect of Ashoka's rule on alcohol consumption? He, he decreased as he promoted non-violence and dharma. So here, how did Ashoka stop alcohol consumption? By introducing non-violence and dharma, people slowly had forgotten drinking alcohol. What was Ashoka's stance on religious intolerance? He was highly tolerant and did not use force for conversion. So here, Ashoka did not force anyone to convert people into another religion. He did not use force. In which Indian province did Ashoka build many monasteries? Bihar. What did Ashoka's edicts reveal about his feelings towards the Kalinga war? They showed his horror and remorse for the violence. Which Greek ambassador wrote about Indian customs during Chandragupta reign? Megasthenes. What was the significance of the people tree in Ashoka's mission? It symbolizes the spread of Buddhism. People is a kind of a tree which were planted in all over the country, including Sri Lanka. So it symbolizes the spread of Buddhism. Also, the people tree under which Buddha was enlightened. So wherever people tree was planted, there Buddhism was spread. When did Ashoka die? 226. What did Ashoka use to convey his message to his people? It is carved in rock or metal. In particular places where Ashoka ruled, Ashoka's edicts had been carved on rock, on which all people had to read what Ashoka has given message to the people. What was Ashoka's capital city? Pataliputra. What major change did Ashoka make regarding the warfare after the Kalinga? He abandoned warfare completely. Which historical figure mentioned Ashoka as a shining star among monarchs? Who said that Ashoka is a shining star? H.G. Wells. Which empire was Ashoka as part of? The Mauryan Empire. How did Ashoka rule impact trade with other regions? Trade continued with the Indian goods like indigo reaching Egypt. What was the primary aim of Ashoka's missions to foreign lands? To spread Buddhism and Dharma. What did Ashoka's edict say about the treatment of forest people? He looked upon them kindly and sought to guide them towards right conduct. What was the main focus of Ashoka's edicts regarding the Dharma? They focused on moral and ethical conduct rather than religious rituals. Which Greek king had ambassadors visiting Chandragupta's court? Ptolemy of Egypt.